Welcome back to Los Caballeros Athletic Club here in Southern California. Time for the Pro Doubles Finals. Michael Finnegan and Paul Brady serving to the two Eddies, Eddie Chapa and Eddie Silveyra. 0-0. And a hinder call on the first rally. See, Michael Finnegan has the old style Irish whip. Always a fun stroke to watch. I've never seen Finnegan play until this week. He's an excellent player, apparently very experienced. Oh, beautiful behind the back. Retrieved by Eddie Silveyra. And a nice hard kill by Eddie Chapa. And now Chapa-Silvera serving, 0-0. Looks like Paul has injured his right ankle there, stretching it out. Not sure what happened. We're having trouble with the microphone right now. And once we get the mic working, we'll resume play. Both these teams had a tough road to the finals. Played some very tight matches in the quarterfinals, the semifinals. Chapa-Silvera, kind of a Cinderella team. They upset the Irish team of Mike McCann and Tony Healy in the quarterfinals. Two really close games in the, I believe it was 2021, 21-19. Oh, a nice dive by Eddie Silveyra. Beautiful retrieves. And a beautiful re-kill by Eddie Silveyra, diving to his right. That time Paul Brady used the Irish whip to try to drive the ball down the right wall. But Paul's strokes, he has American strokes and Irish strokes that he alternates with. Paul, of course, is the two-time national champion. And there's an unforced error off a tough back wall return. But Paul Brady won his second national title earlier this week, beating Nadi Alvarado. And now he's trying to slam today. Big back wall setup here. Oh, and a flat return. Ungettable. Great kill shot off a fairly simple back wall shot. You can see the strength of Eddie Chapa. He has very short, choppy strokes, but he can drive the ball with either hand. Lots of power. And for a big guy, he has really nimble hands. And that ball's down. I don't know if that's a hinder or not. I believe they're going to call that a handout. No, it's a replay. My mistake. Looks like Silveyra and Chapa are focusing on the right side player, Michael Finnegan. Beautiful serve. Hard, natural. Didn't flatten out when it caught the side wall. Popped up, but was hit so hard. Another nice serve. Hard to ace a player that close to the right side wall, but Chapa did it just then. Eddie Chapa, one of the many proteges of Tony Huante, who's here at the tournament enjoying himself. And like most of Tony's players, an aggressive, hard-hitting, two-handed player. Eddie Silveyra spinning around in circles. Ball being hit very hard to him. Another beautiful dig by Eddie. Oh, great pass, great gets. Nice rally. And we'll play that over. That's a hinder. Of course, we have the linesman on either side that Michael Finnegan can appeal to. Even though I've never seen Finnegan play, apparently he's been over here in the States quite a bit. Played in the juniors program, very experienced. Seems to handle the right side very well suited for it. And that's a hinder, fairly simple for Brady to get out of the way, but he took the, went to his left instead of his right and got pinned on the wall. But it wasn't a setup, so they're not going to call the avoidable. Here again, the Irish whip from Paul Brady. Oh, see the quick hands of Brady. Two-time national champion. And a flat kill from Eddie Chapa. Brady's attempting to slam, trying to win both the singles and doubles. He's never won the national doubles title. See, one of the things that stands out with Paul Brady is he has excellent defensive shots. He's a great offensive player, but a beautiful defensive player as well. Both teams just pounding the ball. Lots of hard drives. Here's a ceiling rally and an unexpected error from Paul Brady after I was just bragging about his ceiling game. A good start for the team of Chapa and Silveyra. They've jumped out to an early lead. Oh, and some poor teamwork there from Eddie Silveyra, taking the ball from Chapa with his left. A huge setup. Oh, great rally. Oh, nice kill. Michael Finnegan set up like he was going to drive the ball to the left. It dropped in the right corner for a beautiful side front kill. And a nice back wall kill. That ceiling ball hit way too hard, but it's pretty dark back there in the glass and not really a back wall setup. Beautiful kill by Eddie Chapa. That ball hit Eddie Silveyra. And that blistering power of Eddie Chapa is really handcuffing Michael Finnegan right now in the early part of this first game. Nice drive from Brady. Oh, a 37-foot kill shot from Eddie Chapa. Paul Brady pounded the ball mercilessly at Eddie in that rally and didn't bother him a bit. He just hit the ball back as hard as it came at him. And there's a back wall setup rolled out by Michael Finnegan. Let's see if Finnegan and Brady can get on the board. Great get by, oh, nice call from Eddie Silveyra. Thought he got that ball. And that puts him on the board, 1-6. Michael Finnegan started by serving power surge to the left to Eddie Chapa. Now he seems to be focusing more on Eddie Silveyra. Thought Finnegan might fly that ball. Oh, a tough get. See how quick Eddie Chapa is. That ball driven at his feet, and he still managed to get his hand on it, almost got it back. I'm really impressed with the quickness of his hands, the short, wristy stroke. And a good call. Great court coverage by Silveyra and Chapa.
You should have been repping all week.
Great play here early on. Tremendous play from Eddie Chapa. We have a wet spot on the floor. Okay, we're back in after a great rally, and particularly for Eddie Chapa, who kept his opponents off balance and then hit a beautiful kill from deep court. Screen ball. Too bad, it would have been a nice drive down the left, but Brady got between Chapa and the ball. We'll play it over. So I guess the referee is maintaining the ball slid on the wall. I think we're going to play this point over no matter what happens. Referee's calling that a point. Okay, we're back in after that timeout, and it's 3 playing 6. Watching Eddie Silveyra receive serve, it's fascinating to me how much he looks like his brother Toddy until he swings at the ball, and then he has a totally different stroke. Much shorter, more precise stroke. Chapa-Silvera, of course, with those long, swooping, powerful, ambidextrous hands of his. But Eddie Silveyra was a nice flat kill from Paul Brady. Just ended that rally. Eddie Silveyra's had a lot of success over the years. At one point, he was one of the top-ranked players on the Pro Tour, I believe. Tough get there. Really like the way Chapa drives the ball hard at his opponent's feet, usually with a lot of natural. Handcuffs them, and it's a great use of his power. Seems to have no defensive left whatsoever, just tries to hit the ball as hard as he can whenever he can with his left. Nice change-up serve down the right. Oh, and Paul Brady taking over his last 2 points. Not content to drive the ball, he's just setting up with flat re-kills. And an unforced error from Eddie Chapa. Lots of power on both these teams. Finnegan and Brady can both pound the ball. Chapa, of course, can hit the ball a ton. Eddie Silveyra, more of a retriever and re-kills in the front court. There's two evenly matched teams. And again, Paul Brady gets a setup and buries it. 3 consecutive points, resulting in flat kills for Paul Brady. Tough serve, reversed right into the wall, right as Eddie was trying to hit it. And now the team of Brady and Finnegan, who were down 5-0, have tied it up 6-all. Surprised they didn't call a hinder on that. And Finnegan decided to cut that ball off instead of letting it go to the back wall. Another example of the handcuffing power of Eddie Chapa. Great serve down the left and a beautiful return from Chapa. And Eddie Silveyra makes a relatively simple hand error. Paul Brady, so quick, such quick hands. And Silveyra ends the rally. Had his opponent behind him, Michael Finnegan, and pounded that ball in the right corner. Smart kill from Eddie Silveyra. And a terrible serve that came around the corner for a big backwall setup. Luckily, it hit Eddie. Wow. Great power from Eddie Chapa. Like the way he moved over and took that ball with his right instead of taking it with his left. Had to make a couple of extra steps, but you end up hitting the ball with your strong hand. And another terrible serve from Eddie Silveyra. Not sure what he's trying to do with that angle, but it's just a big back wall setup. Chapa going back to Finnegan. Oh, Chapa hitting that ball a ton. Puts it down, and they're back in at 8-7. Oh, and another surprising error from the usually steady Eddie Silveyra. You have a timeout from the Irish team. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back in, and Brady Finnegan serving after an error from Eddie Silveyra. Michael Finnegan began the game serving power serves to the left to Eddie Chapa, but now he's changed his mind and he's driving the ball down the right to Eddie Silveyra on its first serve. Beautiful get. Eddie Silveyra stretched out, parallel to the floor. Makes a beautiful re-kill. There's a terrible serve from Paul Brady. Again, the two-handed power of Eddie Chapa. That left hand of his can really pound the ball. And an unforced error from Paul Brady. We're seeing a lot of activity and a lot of furious rallies, but neither team seems to be really in a groove right now. And as a result, it's almost a tie ball game. That was a nice return of a tough backball shot. Eddie Silveyra hits a side front kill. Thought Finnegan had a shot at that. Okay, that wet spot's been taken care of. And now it's 9 serving 7. Chapa-Silvera off to an early lead, 5-0. Brady and Finnegan made a nice comeback. Another little miscommunication from the team of Silveyra and Chapa results in a handout. And a big setup taken care of by Michael Finnegan. I guess Eddie Chapa saw something he didn't like there, a hinder or something. Not sure what that was, like a pass shot, I guess. So poorly hit that took Chapa by surprise, and he couldn't get back to the front wall to get to it. Good call by the referee. Michael Finnegan driving the ball at the left hand of Eddie Chapa. Again, Chapa doesn't seem to have a fist return with his left. He just drives the ball as hard as he can. Kind of a strange play. Maybe a bad bounce off the glass. A nice natural there on Michael Finnegan. No, terrific power by Michael Finnegan. Drives the ball right at Eddie Silveyra. And that's a hand error on a very difficult shot. And Eddie Silveyra gets a nice side front kill. Trying to get on track here. He's made a few hand errors here early in the match on some fairly simple shots. But when he gets going, he can kill the ball from all angles. That ball came sliding down that right wall. Very difficult return. Brady lucky to get a hand on it. Probably would have been an easy return had it not hit Eddie Silveyra. 9-9. That's a hinder. And the referee calls an avoidable hinder. Maintains Eddie Silveyra should have stayed down. That was a questionable call, but I can see his point. And a beautiful back wall kill. Michael Finnegan was right there, but that ball was just hit too hard. Let's see if Chapa and Silveyra can come up with an effective serve. There's one that Eddie's had a hard time coming off the back wall with that little serve around the corner. Nice crowd on hand here for the doubles finals. Hometown favorites, Silveyra and Chapa are both from the Southern California area. And a nice hard drive by Paul Brady right at the feet of Eddie Silveyra results in a handout. Tough serve from Eddie Chapa. Brady manages to get it back. I think we're going to have a glove change here. When we get back, Finnegan, Brady will be serving. Okay, we're back in. The score 10-9. The lead has gone back and forth. Neither team really getting untracked. Tremendous power from Michael Finnegan. Gets a big setup for his partner. And Brady hits a pretty bad return, really. Fairly simple shot. And that ball reversed and blended in with the right wall and resulted in a point for the team of Brady and Finnegan. Kind of a fortunate bounce, really. Nice scrambling returns by Eddie Chapa in this rally. Beautiful return by Chapa, right on the wall. And that was just the shot Silveyra wanted. His partner, Eddie Chapa, made some beautiful returns, and they finally got the weak setup they needed. And that's very unfortunate. They're playing a terrific team, and they can't afford to make silly errors like that. Great power from Chapa. Yeah. Nice kill from Eddie Silveyra. Paul Brady almost got to that ball. Thought he was going to get it back, but just out of his reach. Oh, great kill. On a tough ball coming around the corner. Thought Brady was going to drive that ball. Instead, he hits a flat kill. Brady serving to Silveyra now. He's been driving his serves down the left to Eddie Chapa. And Paul Brady patrolling front court with those quick hands, smooth strokes. They're opening up a big lead here. Oh, great kill. Got set, struck the ball down the left wall. Beautiful kill. Paul Brady. And some poorly hit shots there by Paul Brady. Eddie Silveyra really wasn't under much pressure as he hit that simple kill in the left corner. Silveyra going for that little change-up serve down the right. Of the two players, obviously Paul Brady is probably considered the stronger. But Michael Finnegan has a great right hand. Tremendous get by Eddie Chapa off a great drive by Finnegan. Oh, beautifully placed kill. Finnegan placed that ball right on the left side wall, just out of the reach of Eddie Silveyra. Chapa was back, of course. Referee calls for a replay on that. Looked like the ball was down. I don't know if that's an appealable call or not. Another nice drive from Brady with his left. You might expect him to take the ball with his right hand, but he backed off and drove it with his left. Great offhand of Paul Brady. And he's found a kind of a hole over there in the defense of Chapa-Silvera. Last two kills by Finnegan have been up, but angled perfectly, and a great serve with reverse. Right on the wall. Too hard for Silveyra. Oh, a great kill. And the Irish team turning it on here in this first game. This game was all knotted up. And another tough shot on the left wall. Chapa can't get it back. This was once a very close, tight first game, and just in the last few minutes, the Irish team has exploded. It's still the first man serving in their inning. Beautiful kill, beautiful re-kill under total control. Chapa bombing that ball, hitting it really hard, and yet Finnegan with those hands of his just gently strokes it into the bottom board. Yeah, I think the Chapa and Silveyra had just been ambushed. They can't believe, I don't think, what's happened here these last few points. And an unforced error ends the first game. We'll be right back with the second game. All right, we're back. Let's see if Chapa-Silvera can recover from that rough final half of that first game. The Irish team of Paul Brady and Michael Finnegan just took over and ran, I believe, 10 or 11 straight points to close out the first game. And they did it in just the span of a few minutes. Neither team really able to generate effective serves. With the exception of Eddie Chapa, early in the match he was hitting some nice sliders down the right. And the national champion Paul Brady buries the ball off the back wall. And the Irish team comes in, 0-0. And another flat kill. Same angle, same height. And Brady rolls it out. I believe that ball slid, played over. Another tough serve, looked like that might have slid as well. But Brady's come out on fire here in the second game, hitting the ball a ton. And an unforced error from Eddie Chapa. That might be the first unforced error he's made with his right hand. He was very steady that first game. Paul Brady has found an opening, as well as Michael Finnegan. They both found an opening on that left side wall. Chapa can't get over to recover it, and neither can Silveyra. Simple call. We'll play that over. But it looks like if you can angle a kill over to the left, Silveyra can't rush over there every time, and Chapa doesn't come up. Terrible serve. We'll play that one over with one short. Ineffective serve by Michael Finnegan. Hits that Z so hard that it comes off this right side wall, and Silveyra has made some unforced errors, however. You know, a weak serve, but an even weaker return by Silveyra, and Paul Brady just tees off on it with his offhand. And there's an unforced error by Brady. But an impressive inning. 5-0. Paul Brady going for the grand slam of handball, winning singles and doubles. And they barely made it to the finals after a really tough semifinal with Vince Munoz and Marcos Chavez, an 11-10 tiebreaker. The most exciting match of the tournament. Ooh, nice flat kill by Michael Finnegan. I tell you, anytime you can beat Vince Munoz in doubles when he's playing that left side, you've earned it. He's just an amazing left side player. And it was a well-earned victory by Brady and Finnegan. Beautiful dig by Chavez. Not really getting out of trouble, but trying to be a little more active. Great power. See how quick Eddie Silveyra is on that right. Beautiful digs. Oh, and a re-kill by Eddie Chapa, the best rally of the match. Tremendous rally, and the crowd favorites here. Chapa and Silveyra. Hear it from their fans. That could have been a critical rally, as they don't want this Irish team to get off to a quick start. That was a point, but Chapa is serving. They don't want the Irish team to get off to a big lead here after that first game where they closed it out so rapidly. Oh, Chapa slipped right as he was getting ready to hit that ball. Surprised they aren't trying to wipe the floor up there. Clearly a wet spot. And Michael Finnegan asked for a towel. Okay, the Irish team is serving. A very entertaining rallies here early in this second game. Finnegan serving almost exclusively to Silveyra now. That's a nice defensive return by Eddie Silveyra. Oh, a very simple kill shot. Paul Brady could do anything he wanted with that ball, and looked like he had so many choices he didn't know what to do, and it's a very simple unforced error. And another unforced error. Brady started off red hot here in this second game, but his last two shots have looked very tentative. Interesting that Silveyra continues to try to go to the left hand of Paul Brady, whereas his partner, Eddie Chapa, has been attacking Michael Finnegan over on the right side. Overhand drive with a fist by Eddie Chapa. Oh, great kill by Eddie Silveyra. Chapa and Silveyra were pretty much in control in that rally, driving the ball with blistering power. But that was actually a very difficult kill shot. Silveyra off his back foot. What a beautiful kill. Again, the soft changeup to Paul Brady. Chapa driving the ball at Finnegan on his serve, and Silveyra directing most of his serves over to Brady's side. Nice drive by Chapa. Beautiful get by Paul Brady. And Eddie Chapa hits a nice side front kill off the back wall. Perfectly placed. Both of the Irishmen were on the right side of the court. That was a very smart kill. 4 serving 5. Silveyra again going with the changeup to the left. Paul Brady very, very steady on his serve returns. And Brady badly misjudges the ball, complaining that it took a bad bounce off the door. But he was so out of position, I thought maybe the ball hit a wet spot. In fact, I think that's probably what happened, because that ball almost hit him going to the back wall. Probably a screen serve there. And Brady tries to cut it off. Perfectly hit drive as far as height goes by Silveyra. Don't have to hit the ball necessarily really hard. It's just the height of the drive that is so important. And in his case, he probably put a lot of natural on that ball as well. Eddie has some nice little hops. Occasionally he'll throw a reverse. Has a nice little natural. Uses his hooks effectively. But I think he needs to work on a more effective serve. When he's hitting to Brady, just isn't giving him any trouble at all. There's a fist return by Eddie Chapa. Oh, a very nice kill by Michael Finnegan. Eddie Chapa complaining that he was blocked out of the play, but he was really out of position. And now Chapa serving 5. Chapa began this match by serving some rockets down the right that gave Michael Finnegan fits. But since then, Finnegan has settled down and is doing a nice job returning serve. And a beautiful ceiling return right there. And with that flat kill from Eddie Silveyra, we're going to take a short break. Okay, resuming play. The score now is 9 serving 7. Paul Brady serving. And a terrific kill down the left by Michael Finnegan. That's a shot they hit exceedingly well at the close of the first game. Ten serving 7. See Paul Brady with that tremendous reverse serve to the left. And Michael Finnegan takes the big setup and hits it in the floor. That brings up Eddie Silveyra. Nice natural there on the change-up serve by Eddie Silveyra. Again, not giving Paul much of a problem. Beautiful dig by Eddie Chapa. Good gets him. Oh, tremendous get by Michael Finnegan. And just out of the reach of Eddie Chapa. Big setup. Chapa's got a lot of weak returns from Michael Finnegan as Michael hits a nice reverse off the back wall right at Eddie Silveyra's feet. Surprised that Eddie Silveyra has not been hitting more serves at Michael Finnegan. And an unforced error from Paul Brady on a very simple shot. 10-7, Brady Finnegan leading. Oh, great hands from Michael Finnegan. That was a tough kill. Finnegan not only got his hand on it, but managed to dump it into the bottom board. Tremendous play. Big back wall setup from Brady. And he puts it down. Timeout, Chapa-Silvera. Okay, a smart timeout by Eddie Chapa and Eddie Silveyra. They don't want to see the Irishmen jump ahead and make a string of points as they did at the close of the first game. Brady's been serving almost exclusively to Eddie Chapa. That beautiful power reverse serve. Gets a setup. Oh, Chapa got to that ball, almost hit a beautiful little kill to the left, but just short. And Brady and Finnegan are moving steadily towards their first national doubles title. Oh, Silveyra all over that ball. He seemed to know exactly where Brady was going to hit the shot, and he couldn't have been more than 10, 12 feet away from the front wall when he re-killed it. Again, Silveyra continues to serve the ball to Paul Brady. Brady has no problems whatsoever with those balls coming around the left corner. I think this might be a different match if Eddie Silveyra would come up with a different serve when he's in serving. Tough shot, beautiful get by Silveyra. Great pass by Brady. This is good doubles. That ball hit Eddie Silveyra. We'll play it over. And a well-played rally. Eddie Chapa preparing to serve. See if he drives the ball to the right. That ball hit Eddie going in, or coming out. And once again, Eddie Chapa catches that crotch on the right. He hit a couple of those from the first game. Another bullet, gets a big weak return. But fortunately, that ball blended in with the left side wall. It became a very difficult return. If that ball hits somebody going in, we'll play it over. And both right side players having a hard time keeping their serves off the back wall. That time it was Michael Finnegan that gave the setup to Eddie Chapa, and he rolled it out. Oh, beautiful get from Paul Brady. A lot of power with that ball still coming careening off the back wall for a big setup. Oh, a nice rally. Both teams had big back wall setups. Only a matter of time before one of them put their ball down, and that time it was Eddie Chapa with a beautiful side front kill. Again, these are very critical rallies for Chapa-Silvera. They're down one game, and they just don't want to see much more separation between them and the Irishman. That ball looks short. Michael Finnegan appealing the serve, even though it won't make any difference.
He called the short. I said it was good. He called short.
Well, I suppose if they call it short, he'll have only one serve. That might be a smart tactic.
You say good or short? Replay. Take two serves. Two serves.
Well, he's giving Eddie two serves. See if Eddie's going to try to attack Michael Finnegan with his serve. Nice little natural, jams Finnegan. Oh, and a beautiful 35-foot kill from Eddie Silveyra. Bombs away. We'll be right back. Okay, while we were away, the Irish team of Paul Brady and Michael Finnegan has moved ahead to a 17-12 lead here in the second game after winning the first game, 21-9. The teams have gone almost exclusively to serving to the right side players. Oh, terrific re-kill. Ball hit right at his feet, and it didn't bother Michael Finnegan. He very confidently stroked that ball on the bottom board. Tremendous kill. And there's a nice kill as well from Eddie Silveyra. Oh, terrific back wall kill. Eddie Chapa has a tendency to pound that ball into the back wall and set up his opponents. That time it came back to haunt him. Nice drive from Paul Brady. Put Eddie Chapa on the defensive. Chapa-Silvera trying to hang on here in this second game. 19-12. Not looking good for the hometown favorites. That was a nice serve, and of course there's no defensive return. And an unforced back wall error from Paul Brady. Off a very weak return as he attacked the left hand of Eddie Chapa. Chapa, of course, has no fist return really with that left. And drove a very simple shot into the back wall. But Brady hit it right in the floor. A big break for Chapa-Silvera. Oh. Don't know how Silveyra did not get that ball back to the front wall. When he struck it, he was probably about 12 feet away from the front wall, but mishit it into the floor. Critical error. Chapa bombs away with a 35-foot kill. And Chapa-Silvera on the board here. And Chapa had a chance at a re-kill. Not really a re-kill, but a ball driven shallow off the front wall, and surprised he missed that. Oh, that ball may have slid on the wall. Terrific kill. Eddie Silveyra, great reactions. Good serve by Paul Brady. Ouch. Play that one over. 19 serving 13. Critical that Chapa and Silveyra get the Irish team out and get in and get some points. Oh, unforced error on a fly kill attempt. And now it's 20 serving 13. Possible match point as Paul Brady attempts to win both singles and doubles here in Los Caballeros Athletic Club. Tough serve. Beautiful drive. Nice get by Eddie Chapa. What a get by Eddie Silveyra. Oh, what a drive by Eddie Chapa. Tremendous play. That's a side out on match point. Great gets from Silveyra, and Chapa hits a kind of a strange left-hand fist drive that gets them in at 20-13. Eddie Silveyra has been serving over to the right side last few points. Oh, point blank. Simple kill. Silveyra hits it in the floor. And now it's Chapa's turn to try to generate some points for his team. Oh, beautiful kill. I think he was initially screened by Paul Brady. Eddie Chapa hits a nice kill down the left. Okay, in a minute we're going to turn the play-by-play over to Dave Vincent, Jerry Garcia, and Tony Huante will be giving us his observations. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Some tight play in here. A tremendous kill by Michael Finnegan. A timeout for a glove change. I didn't know if it was
this guy was no Irish.
Well, okay. I thought we were talking about Irish. Sorry about that.
No.
First man in.
No, but he was incredible. Shane.
Coit.
No.
All right, he puts the ball in play with a two-wall serve.
You're talking about Sean Lenning?
Lenin. Charles Lennon.
All you had to do is say he's a tall, skinny guy, and
Yeah.
you kind of open up the floodgates for me on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at half man right now with Paul Brady and Mike Finnegan serving for the national trophy right here.
That's right there. He's not going to get it. Huh? No. Come on, Chapa, put it away.
He's going to do it right here.
Back one.
There he
And he
is.
did.
Oh, yeah!
He did that at least a half dozen times last night.
I
Off
tell
that
you,
back
he's
wall.
gambling all the way, man, and he deserves it. I mean, he really don't want to lose this match.
And Tony, you've Coach Huante, you've coached both of these players right there on the American side, right?
Eddie Silveyra was one of my best players at 15. At 15, he was, but then he quit 100%. Went into the army. He became an MP over there. He came out of there at 23, and he tried to be a policeman here. He did, and right now he's in the law enforcement. And that's Eddie Silveyra. But then Eddie Chapa was 13 when I first met him. He was a cholo-like type. But then you see his tattoos and all that, but he's a good boy. But he became a father in a family. That's a guy that turned around the life of him, because he turned around and he became a good man, a beautiful guy. Yeah, Eddie Chapa. Yeah.
Eddie Chapa's a really nice guy.
Oh
Very
yeah,
humble.
he's very, very good, and he don't brag about anything. And come on, Eddie.
That was a great get by Eddie.
Yeah.
Silveyra.
Ooh.
Beautiful idea by Chapa to smoke it right back to Mike Finnegan, who was laying down on his tush there. Go back down the right wall again. There it is.
Ooh.
Mike Finnegan is just holding his own up there, just keeps pounding the ball.
Ooh.
Tremendous shot.
I
it
agree
looks-
with the door hinder on that.
Yeah.
Did it look like it spun up back there?
I think it did shoot off to the left.
You don't see these guys at this level.
Replay.
You don't see at this level a guy take a ball and take a swipe at it and miss it by 6 inches. I definitely hit a crack back there. That's right, okay.
Yeah.
And he's a good player.
He is a good player. He became a national champion on the 17 and under, 15 and under. He beat one of the Wakaski brothers over in Toledo.
Swakowski, yes.
Yeah, and
Jose
And
Munoz.
a great name.
Jose Munoz and Eddie Silveyra played against myself and Mike McDonald, who just won the 40-year-olds at this tournament in Modesto about 4 years ago in a final.
is that right? Yeah,
Broken ball.
yeah. They're, hey, that's very good. They broke a ball. Times when he got out of that, and then Chapman won it 3 times.
14
They were
serves,
3 and 3
20.
when Tati got out to go to the fireman. So he became a fireman, and then
See that beautiful hook right there, that natural. That
he can do he can do a beautiful left serve. But see, a pro will get his serve in no time, so it's not good. Now that was
15
surprising
serves, 20.
because he can do a left serve with a hook, and they can get the other guys by surprise. But a pro would learn that real fast.
Got away with him there. It went to Brady
Yeah.
off the back wall, but
Yeah.
they defended it well. Oops, another back wall set.
very good. He held up. Eddie Chapa held up. Didn't want to hit him.
Yeah.
The Irish are shaking their fists like they have the
Replay, he was
sign
in the
up.
way.
Replay.
It's almost.
14 serves, 20.
15, 20, man.
15 serves, 20.
It can't
15,
happen.
20, yeah. Come on.
If you're
baby.
listening to the webcast, we have Tony Huante, legendary coach in Southern California here, rooting on 2 of his proteges, Eddie Chapa, Eddie Silveyra, who were down pretty big, but now are just kind of fighting back right now.
Yeah.
Finnegan is blasting fist.
Good ball.
That's a slide ball there, I believe.
One more.
I believe it's a
Oh,
slide.
yeah. They're going to get
Replay.
it back?
I believe
Or
they-
replay, yeah.
It definitely looked like Eddie got there in time and just ball slid out.
That's good.
If you're hearing all the clapping and the excitement, that's
Yeah, if I was
that's,
there, I would be clapping. I would
that's a happy coach right there.
Yeah.
He's carrying over what is going on in the spectators' seats right now, but into the broadcasting booth. If you're just joining us, wondering what the heck's going on here, who's the strange voices we hear? It's a legendary coach, Tony Huante.
Eddie kills it for
Yeah.
16.
Eddie down on one knee there,
16.
taking that shot.
Wow, 16, man. Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of that, Coach. A lot of these players that
16
came from
serves 20.
your programs, they'll go down to one knee and go for a kill shot. Who started that?
Well, that's Vicente. Vicente did that all together, and they like the exposure, how it looks, and then they know that down we are getting down to the ball. When they go down, it's a kill shot. If they go long, and they get a drive from the back, and they kneel down, they know them well that it's going to be a kill.
Beautiful shot by Eddie Chapa, who just chopped that ball.
17-20.
Just like last night and 2 days ago, they are just surging late in game 2 and wanting to force a tiebreaker.
Wow, that's really good.
Irish team has actually served at 20 about 3 times, and each time Team America has fought back to get him out of the service box. This is still the first man here.
Yeah, still the first man.
Mr. Brady got a setup, and he killed it.
I'd take a timeout. If I were Team Ireland, I'd time out here just to try to break the momentum.
No.
I think Mike Finnegan might be asking, should we take a timeout?
No, they are, but not the players.
Paul
Not
Brady's
the ones in
looking
the
over
front.
to
Not the one.
Finnegan and shaking his fist at him. Let's go.
Not the Eddies will not get a timeout.
No,
right
they
now.
won't take a timeout, but I saw
Irish should.
Mike Finnegan look over at Paul like, should we take one?
Yeah.
This would be the time to do it to break that momentum.
Good.
See what happens, a deep back wall over to Chapa. Now it's back to Paul, who's going to go to the driver right down the middle.
Come on.
Great gets up front, like Paul Brady.
Boy, that
Chapa.
power return by Mike Finnegan. There's a little screen there.
Nope.
Not called by the referee.
Got off the
No.
back wall again. Oh, beautiful corner kill.
There's a timeout. And
19-20.
19-20 and the first man serving.
the
You
Irish.
can beat that. Going to the
Please
Worlds
wait until the
too.
rally's over before you
And
start screaming.
I think that any help would be all right.
First man in.
And we can put it on the checking
19
account, which
serves
has
20.
been closed for about it opened up in 1993, and then closed up in. It didn't close up, but that was the end. In let's see the game, huh?
They got Finnegan again. He got a setup.
Oh, there goes down to one knee again. Paul Brady drives that ball on the ground. Wow.
Incredible.
20-20.
First man in.
Yeah.
I believe at one point, Coach, I believe the score was 14-20.
Yeah, 14-20, man. I can't believe it.
They've got 6 straight
Come on.
points now.
Hey, with Eddie serving in front.
Yeah, that's the first server here.
Yeah, first server.
Did you
Come
see
on,
him? Did you see him
Eddie.
look a little nervous there? He kind of stopped and looked up. And
No, he's not nervous because, see, he ain't got nothing to lose.
Beautiful serve right there.
Replay.
Who?
That could have been an avoidable, no?
No.
What else could have Paul done with that ball besides hit him with it?
I think he was expecting to go to
See,
3
he
walls
was just
defensively.
serving and the guy got it. He had all the
Serves
walls.
20.
That's right. He did have a shot.
Yeah, he did have a shot. So, let's see what happens here. Come on, baby.
Goes to Finnegan again with that natural.
There goes Chapa just popping that ball back to Paul Brady. Paul going back to the ceiling again.
One game.
Here it is. Just a flick back there by Eddie Chapa.
Goes 3 walls to Chapa.
Eddie's had 2 kill shot opportunities. Both teams are playing a little defensive.
Oh, there it is. We're going tiebreaker, folks.
But I never expected that because they were so much behind and so difficult. I mean, against players like that, right?
It really is. It's an amazing comeback.
Yeah.
Okay, so I.
Well, Coach, do you want to go back out and sit in
I
the
wanna
crowd
go
and
back out.
get some advice to your players there?
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by the studio. It's legendary Coach Tony Hoante and my broadcasting partner Jerry Garcia. My name is Dave Vincent. Tony, thank you for stopping by the broadcast booth, and go tell the boys whatever you need to tell them, but give them a hug and thank you.
Sure will.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank
for
you.
Handball.
Thank you.
All right, nice having you in the studio.
Bye-bye.
All right. Finnegan and Brady serving, tiebreaker at 11.
Here we are in the tiebreaker match of the men's open doubles. It's Mike Finnegan serving over to Eddie Silveyra.
We'll see if these SoCals can pull off their third
Hold it.
tie-breaking miracle.
You're listening to a live webcast at weplayhandball.com, ushandball.org, simplegreen.com, as well as extremehandball.org. If you're at the sports bar and you have to run, make sure to flip on your computer and watch this this conclusion of the tiebreaker. Wow. The team Eddie came back in the second game to force this into a tiebreaker. They should not have won the second game. They were down 12-19, and then again down 14-20 with Team Ireland, with a chance to win 3 or 4 times, 4 chances at serve, and never could quite crack the that last point.
That was a rather stiff and maybe even nervous-looking shot by Michael Finnegan. He just floored a fly kill opportunity that he normally would nail in that right corner.
Eddie Chapa kind of doing a tomahawk right over the top of the head of Paul Brady there.
There's that fist from Finnegan to the left.
I really see a difference in Eddie Silveyra's game in this last half here.
He definitely came alive. There's Paul Brady.
Where was that shot in the end of that that second game?
That's all they needed was one. They never got
0-0.
it.
You have to remember that when Team Eddie came back in that second game, they did it with just one player. Eddie Silveyra was the only server. They still had another man there.
Tough shot. Ripped at Finnegan on the right.
My name is Dave Vincent. We're along with broadcast partner Jerry Garcia on the message board at Fat Jerry.
That was an overhand drive by Chapa that Finnegan was able to field pretty easily.
Looks like some good handball going on right here. Wow, right, could have taken that right in the face.
You haven't seen Eddie Silveyra take many shots with that left, and it looks like he acted a little bit and got lucky that Paul drilled it in the
Man
back.
serving 0-0.
The score is still 0-0. It's second man out, second man in, so to speak.
Right out.
Finnegan follows with a beautiful back ball.
That was a nice shot by Mike
First
Finnegan.
man in.
Mike Finnegan and
0-0.
Paul wearing similar shirts there, but Finnegan has the headband, the white headband. That's the thing I like about the Irish team. They dress uniformly. They're gentlemen, very respectable, and they're also very fierce when it comes to competing.
They dress like professionals, frankly.
They dress the way they should be dressing, I would assume. And something that's missing in pro handball today, you don't really see that uniform, that dress code. You used to see it on the old pro tour, but you're not seeing it anymore. That's with that kind of calico type of brackets that you've been seeing with these open tournaments. Not a lot of uniformity going on.
And wisely, Eddie Silveyra blocks that right corner, and Paul went for it anyway, nailed Eddie instead of the right corner. But you got to take that corner away from Paul Brady. He will blister it. Still 0-0.
0-0.
You see a great shot of the crowd there. People up in the gallery, people down on the ground. Oh, Eddie Chapa got handcuffed there. Still was a pretty good defensive return. You can see that ball coming. Mike Finnegan stroking it down to the right wall. There's Finnegan again, just throwing up a high Z.
Looks like both teams have really energized.
Beautiful shot by Mike Finnegan, just taking over here in the last couple series. He's the one that has the best legs out of all the guys in the court right now. He hasn't had to move around too much. It might just be his time to shine right now.
Well, he certainly did in game one. See if he gains that form that he exhibited.
Boy, he still has zip on that ball right
He
there.
did. He ripped that cross
From this angle of this camera shot, it really takes away about 10 miles per hour. But if you're in the court, that ball is really zipping. Nice little natural on that, sir.
At that V angle, it's breaking away from Chapa. Very hard to handle.
Don't know what Coach Tony is doing right now, if he's out there trying to give advice, but maybe we should get him back into the broadcast booth. He had better luck here than he is having out there. A timeout being called by Eddie Chapa.
Conservative. And one rally at 3-1, choosing to pass the ball 3 times.
When she had 3 kill shot opportunities. Back to this match, though, it was a quick timeout.
Looked like the ball carried away from. Oh, what a break for the Eddies, because that was a very weak return.
Score is 3-0. That's Paul Brady in the server's box with the backside there. You can see of Eddie Silveyra. Probably sick and tired of hearing people make references of Toddy. That looked like a short serve that wasn't called.
Point.
See if they appeal. No, they won't.
Did it look short to you?
I think so.
It was just like a couple inches short.
Close. Second man's in the box.
Serve 0.
Making a run.
It's all about confidence at this point.
Point.
Paul Brady has an excellent serve. They're just going to keep feeding it over to Eddie Silveyra.
One large surge of adrenaline left in him. We'll see.
That time Eddie's going to let the ball play out a little bit so he can take it off the back wall. Beautiful shot by Eddie Silveyra. He didn't just dive in. He actually leaped in there. Do you see him just like a rabbit jumping up there?
I don't know how he makes that shot consistently, but he does.
0.
Reminds me of Dennis
Serves
Haynes
5.
had that ability. Lunge forward and re-kill a ball. Another great Southern California player. Oh my, he got away with him. Paul went for that right corner and left it high, and Chapa skipped it in with
0.
his left.
Serves
Chapa's
5.
still playing too far back on the left side, or else he wouldn't be diving in for those balls.
Drives
Chapa
to
needs to
Finnegan
take a step up again.
off the back wall.
Nice shot by Eddie Silveyra.
You know, he makes that look so easy, but he's falling back, the ball's behind him, and he drives it to the opposite
serves
side of
5.
the court and kills it. Beautifully done.
Nice serve by Eddie Chapa.
Great return by Finnegan. That should have been a setup, but he managed not to bring it off the back wall. And now they switch sides, and he left one up. Oop.
That's where Paul's dangerous. He has had one of the best shovel shots on the tour.
You see Paul Brady up there, you don't want to hit it to him. He should have driven it back down the left wall to Finnegan.
He's very
5
flexible. He
serves
has
1.
long arms and he's so athletic.
Short. Hold it.
That was
Short.
a great angle on that serve,
Field. I called it short.
Might be overturned.
reversing
Short.
the left
Short
corner.
it is. One short.
But he didn't, got a short. Too well served. And he drives it very well.
That's what you want to do, keep Paul Brady in the backside of the court there. See how far back Chapa is playing. Of course, he has to be back to take that shot, but just constantly behind that server's line. You see a lot of other players taking a couple steps forward there.
Oh,
That was
almost
team.
nobody home.
Yeah, Team Ireland didn't have it all figured out there.
Well, you know, he had Finnegan over on the left side, and he's not used to being over there. And he thought Paul was going to field that ball, and he took a bad swing. Hand out.
5 serves 1.
5 serves 1. You hear the call. This is second man.
Eddie fists it too well.
Beautiful
Oh,
shot by
wow.
Paul Brady. It's so smooth. He's so pretty at taking that shot.
And it's a difficult angle. He drilled it.
I mean,
6.
he looks
serves
so much like
1.
Naughty Alvarado Sr. when he takes those shots. It's so smooth and effortless. Also, you see a lot of Danny Bell smoothness in there. I know that he's making an identity of his own, but he has so many different shots. Look at that right there. He just used the tip of his fingers, just a little bit of the wrist to get to that ball.
Oh, Finnegan blasted that down the right with reverse.
Point.
Those Irish just seem to be able to come over the ball off the back wall so easily. It comes naturally to them.
You hear the crowd cheering right there. They're cheering because that was one heck of a good little rally going on. I mean, whether or not the Irish won the point or not, they still recognize good handball, whether or not it's not the local boys.
Well, the fans are certainly partisan, but like you just said, they have been
Replay.
treated as a superb handball by both teams and have applauded both teams.
Too
Have
close.
applauded Paul Brady.
Couldn't tell
He
for sure.
beat not the Alvarado
7
local
serves
favorite.
1.
For those that are listening in Ireland or areas around there, and you're cheering on one of your teenage fans or your idols or the people that you've been rooting for forever, I just want you to know that the American crowd have been very positive with the Irish players, treating them like superstars over here. If you're sitting back wondering, you know, if the Americans are being smug toward the Irish players, absolutely not. They absolutely idolize Tony Healy and Paul Brady, and Ricky McCann is like a legend over here. So anytime they walk through the crowd, they're constantly being stopped and their hands are being shooken.
Oh, Eddie Silveyra rolls one out at the back wall. I think they probably need one at 8 serves 1.
That out.
Let's see if they can make another run like they did in game 2. They were down 20-14 and came back to win. Well, they
1
need a similar run
serves
here.
8.
And it all started with Eddie Silveyra's serve last time. Let's see if he can do it again.
Well, he got 7 points last time he was up. 7 more here would.
He's calling for a short.
Look at him in the background. He has the finger up. The Irish are going down. I thought it was good.
I don't understand this call.
We're going to call short.
Oh my goodness. They saw it short. Two linesmen saw it short, evidently.
You called short? I called good. He called short, so. Played over. Replay.
It's a bad break, but if it's the right call, it's the right call.
Take 2 serves.
So this, they're appealing. Was it the Irish that appealed the serve?
Yes, the Irish felt the ball was short, and both linesmen agreed that the referee was incorrect. So they're replaying. We'll see if that point comes into become important.
Wow.
Oh, right down the middle again.
You see Eddie Chapa take a quick look at the referee there, almost to say, you know, that's karma. You don't say anything to your opponent. You always think to yourself, well, that must have been a double bounce, or that must have been a short ball, or, you know, I've seen so many times where I saw a short ball, my opposing player goes up to serve again, and they drill it in the ground. You go, well, there it goes. That was point to the ceiling, I guess. Play the God card. That was what Eddie Chapa did when he looked up at the referee really quickly after that.
Well, no one on the court thus far shows any sign of cracking under the pressure here. They're all sustaining rallies. And
beautiful shot by Eddie Chapa, punching that to the ceiling.
That was a setup. Wasn't able to put it down.
Boy, there's just a lot of hits going on here. Paul's going to take care of it right now. Chapa, who's historically playing back. Paul Brady misses his shot. He wanted to take that down the left wall like that.
Yeah, he almost wasn't
Oh,
there.
and Chapa.
That left has let him down here a couple times. Let's get that in. It's a tough angle to go cross court like he was trying to do.
Well, even if you hit the wall first, the side wall first, you still have no guarantee to make the front wall because of the spin that you're putting on the ball from that angle.
Yeah,
but if you do hit the front wall, you're almost guaranteed to get the point.
Yeah, it's called a...
oh, beautiful shot by Eddie Chapa. You see that?
You know,
sacking it up.
Paul Brady was in front of that red line, and he still went for it and got it. Beautiful shot.
Chapa was off balance, falling backwards, and decided to go for it. What the heck? You can only go for those when you're in the server's box, because if you miss it, you're not out a point like you would be if you're in the returner's side. Might not necessarily be the greatest philosophy in the world, but it's just kind of taken maybe a little piece of philosophy from John Bike on that, where you shoot when you...
Well, certainly Anna Kristoff probably should have done that more often in her tiebreaker.
I had an opportunity to talk to her a few minutes ago outside during the break. Just decided to let her stay in her moment of silence since she's still reeling from that loss and very upset with herself. And I decided that seeing my face come along asking questions about her style of play might not have been the right time to do it. I took in consideration A, that she was all by herself, and B, she's a female.
Very long rally here. Paul Brady drives one to the left, but off the back wall. Got a replay off a hinder.
There's a lot of shots going on in the middle of this rally.
For a tiebreaker, it's very unusual, the style of play that the Southern California team employs.
3 serves 8.
But that just shows you the skills that these Irish have defending the serve. Oh, they're asking for a slide.
Slip.
The referee's going to call the slide now?
They're asking for it, but I just heard point from the referee's mouth, so we don't know.
I don't know. Let's see what the score is. No, it's a do-over then.
Wow.
That's a couple. It's frustrating to see a referee not make the call and then call it because somebody says that it is what it is. That was such a...
Silveyra probably should have let Chapa use his right on that ball. He just gave Brady a setup with his left hand.
Ball really up high right now. Not my favorite camera angle. It is for broadcasting, but it isn't for spectating. We're missing a lot of that upper ceiling shots. Can't really tell if the ball was good or bad. We missed a lot of shots yesterday with the Paul Brady Naughty Alvarado match when Naughty would pop balls to the ceiling. You couldn't tell if they made it or not. Absolutely love that camera angle, though. It's get to see the full court from up here. And actually, we're able to view the ball rather clearly. All these people keep saying that you can't see the ball on TV. We're looking on a 9.5-inch monitor, and we can clearly see the ball on every shot. It's a beautiful shot there by Mike Finnegan.
Yes, he's done that fantastically. So it's just, it angles away from the left side player, and it's just impossible to retrieve.
Do you agree that he's kind of the link here that holds this whole chain together? I mean,
absolutely. He has been an anchor to Paul Brady. Just has ferocity and drives the ball so hard at the left side player. He's punishing shots, and then every once in a while he'll slip one down the right, often with reverse, and it'll go into the wall and doesn't come off the back wall. So he provides constant pressure.
it's a wake-up call, but it's also the least. You're not going to walk around with a big bruise. That we hate getting hit in the back of the leg or somewhere on the face, but in the back of the head is one of the best places to get hit if you're going to get hit.
There's that V pass again. Beautifully handled by Chapa.
There's Eddie Silveyra going back down to a knee again. There he is jumping in front of his partner again, playing sort of an I formation.
Oh, beautiful.
We saw the
shot.
sort of same kind of lineup that Eddie Silveyra and Eddie Chapa have. That came from Marco Chavez and Vince Munoz. Remember, they'd line up sort of like a three-wall I formation. There's their Chapa. That's the shot that he's been making all day long.
Beautiful dump in the corner. Oh my. Very difficult shot to execute. Facing the front wall and going to the opposite corner. Beautiful done.
Score is 9-3. This is the second man for the Irish team. It's Paul Brady in the box.
There's one more. Great serve.
That's about
Very
4 or
tough.
5 points he's gotten off of Eddie Silveyra today. Not in this match or this final tiebreaker game, but we've just seen 5 or 6 points over there. He just keeps going back.
It looked like he was going for the crack on that one.
Check the ball.
But caught his partner's foot instead.
That's one of those strange calls. You know it's clearly going to be a short ball, but since it hits the player, they call it a do-over. I'd like to see that modified sometime in the future. It's clearly obvious when Mike Finnegan is standing in the front part of that box, there's no way that ball's going to make it over the line.
Beautiful shot by Silveyra to get the serve back. Here we go. 3 serves 10. They made it from 14 serves 20. Now, can they do it now?
Well, they were down by 7 before, and they came back, and they get 7 here, and it's a tie game.
Serves 10.
Eddie got all of those points on his own in the last part of that second game.
Still going at Finnegan.
Paul Brady looks like he's not going to drive balls in the ground this time.
That was a beautiful 2-wall pass. Chapa was expecting to shoot. I was expecting to shoot. And he just rifled the shot
10.
behind Chapa.
Paul Brady feels it right now. He knows he's going to win a national trophy again. He's going to slam this tournament, and he will be the biggest name in pro handball. One more time. He holds so many records right now. I'm sure he's frustrated that he did not win the Irish Nationals. I'm sure that it's frustrating to him. I know that he has to be upset with himself for not winning that. He has a chance to be the reigning world champion, Irish national champion, American champion, as well as doubles. He didn't win doubles last year, so that would have been a nice little trophy to have.
2 serves.
Yeah, I believe he had a Gaelic football commitment and could not enter the doubles. He only entered singles and won that. Yeah. And he won't be
4
Ireland's
serves
official
10.
representative at the World, so it'll be Tony Healy.
Although he will still play, though, correct?
I hope so. I haven't heard officially, but he certainly needs to be there.
He can take the money from this tournament and
We
use
do
it
know
for
that,
Ireland.
Ian Kennedy's going to be there, so I haven't heard about Desi Keegan, the other.
Haven't heard much from Desi. I do talk and I have a nice relationship with Owen Kennedy, who is really one of the
Next
nicest
point,
people
serves
I've ever
4.
met. Hope he's listening back home right now.
Very fine player. Was defeated in the KC Weller Cup by Alan Garner.
There it is. That is the championship. Brady slams. Brady slams.
And he should give half that trophy to Finnegan because Finnegan was just fantastic throughout this entire tournament. And fittingly, Finnegan finishes with a kill.